We're live.
Hello, and I was looking for my thing. And this is not our 500 show. This is our 500 subscribers.
Which you'll be able to tell from the title. We've actually got 501 subscribers. We hit 500 this morning.
Our scoops, you can see.
Yeah, we hit 500 this morning, and then when I came back from buying the balloons, we had 501. So
fantastic. And we would
Thank
never,
you.
ever be able to do it without your dedicated support. We thank you really so much from the bottom of our hearts. We are
Yeah.
so grateful and so happy and so blessed that you follow us.
Yeah.
And each and every one of you. So thank you so much. So there is our 500 subscribers.
Well, I hope we're producing good content.
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so. But yeah, we're so pleased. 500 subscribers. Thank you.
Cheers to you.
Cheers to you. Thank you.
And that's that. So we hope everybody is well.
Yeah.
This is our special celebration of our 500 subs. And we're going to be saying that a lot throughout the live. So you'll have to excuse us.
Yes, we're just very excited.
We're very excited.
So
go on.
What have you got?
Oh, I have got my usual. So this is my oat milk latte. What have you got, madame?
I have got a chai tea latte and a caramel frappuccino. I fancied something a little bit hot today.
Hot and cold.
Yeah, hot and cold. You know, it's kind of.
Actually, can I try a bit of that? Actually, I haven't tried the chai tea latte. I'll be interested to see what it's like. I do like chai.
You have tried the chai tea latte here and in the States.
Oh, maybe
because whenever I have it, it's always, can I have a sip?
Yeah,
that's all. That's the only thing that I hear from you is, can I have a sip?
There we are. I'm going to try this. I'm looking forward to trying this, actually. And this is part of the... Is this the Christmas range?
Part of the Christmas range. But I don't know if they've got it all year round now.
Very nice. I can also taste your lip balm in that. There we have it, folks. You're welcome to try my oat milk latte.
Is that even nice? Is that even a real drink?
Well, on Dish and we did get some little treats, actually, to celebrate our 500. Now, we have tried these before, but not on the live for this one. So this is the Festive shortbread cookie. So that is actually 2 cookies, as you can see.
No, we tried this one.
Not live. I haven't tried this one live. With the... So it's almost like a jammy dodger with the actual Santa, I say Santa, the Christmas tree logos. You can see the jam in the middle.
Mark's not one for being adventurous.
No.
But I am trying something new, which is, that's the red velvet loaf, which I've got to say does look kind of great. I'm not going to lie, but that's the red velvet.
Although it doesn't look red, it looks like chocolatey brown.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know what's red about the red velvet, but anyway.
It depends on how you make it. Like, some places do it with beetroot. Go ahead. Some places do it with beetroot. And then some places do it with red food colouring. So it just depends. I say go ahead to Mark because he can't wait. Because he's just like, I must have, it's in front of me, I must eat it now. Whereas I'm a bit more...
Fat.
A bit relaxed. I can just wait. It's not a thing. Oh no, they sent me the wrong cookie.
What did they send you?
This one.
I thought you'd ordered the penguin.
I ordered the white one and they sent me this one. So that's annoying. But I've not tried this one before. Which again is on their Christmas menu. And I have tried the white one before. So I'm all for trying something new.
I've got to say, this is amazing. I've had it before. It's so good.
He's had it several times before.
Any Mauritians watching, this is very much like Neapolitan.
I bet you 100% it isn't. Let me try it. It's like Neapolitan, please. I bet you it isn't.
It is. Without the icing.
First time having something. Sort of.
See?
Yeah, it is sort of, but not quite. So with a Neapolitan, you can Google it, Mauritian Neapolitan. It's 2 thick shortbread biscuits, shortbread-like biscuits with jam in the middle and icing on top. Is very sweet. I can't actually... It's not one of my favourites, to be honest, because it's so sweet. But you really enjoy it.
Shortbread 2 bits of shortbread, jam in the middle, icing over the top. What can you imagine?
What's not to like, right?
What we should have done actually is probably done a mukbang for our 500 because as a big celebration, we're just doing the little snacks.
Do you know what? I think when we reach 1,000, we'll do something really special. Maybe I'll do some Mauritian gajaks or something.
We may even be in a different location.
We may even be in a different location.
Okay, try yours.
Okay.
It looks suspiciously plain to me.
It's like a chocolate shortbread biscuit.
So I came off. Yeah.
Nothing really.
Not a patch on my one. Anyway, with chocolate all over my mouth. How is everybody today? There was us talking about our 500. Thank you so much for helping us get there. We really appreciate it that you've joined us on our journey. We've had a lot of ups and downs, but mainly ups.
Yeah, mainly up. And I was wondering, because I bought as soon as we hit 500, because I think yesterday or the day before we were on 98. Then we went down to 97, then we went to 98, then we went to 97. And I thought, should I buy the balloons? And then when I woke up this morning, we were on 500, and I thought, what if we go down to 499?
Yeah, that's what we were worried about.
And I thought, do you know what? I'm going to buy the balloons on the off chance. And then we went to 501. So it's just so happy. Thank you to all of you. That's just so nice. I'm actually going to now try.
Oh, yes, you're thinking. Oh, I'll let you try it first because you get mad if I try it before you do.
Yeah. No, I go mad when you can't wait for things. That's what I think. I think, oh, you can't even wait. You can't even wait for me to get to the table. He just has to eat everything. Right.
Give it a go. So this is, just for a reminder, this is, for those of you just joined us, this is the red
velvet loaf cake from Starbucks. No.
That's good.
You know what? Because I'm talking with my mouth full.
It tastes like chocolate cake. Doesn't taste like red velvet cake.
No.
Are you sure that's red velvet cake? I don't think that's red velvet cake.
I can tell you 100% it says red velvet on the website.
Okay.
So there's no chocolate cake. There's only chocolate. There's no chocolate loaf cake.
Okay.
I think there's banana loaf cake. But this is definitely red velvet cake. But anyway, that aside, I forgot what I was talking about now.
Ups and downs for doing our fun. Actually, in fact, we could do that today, actually, if everybody's interested. We will talk about how we got to 500 subscribers, what we did, our little journey to get to the big 500.
So go on, start.
All right, so we start. So, actual fact, the brainstorm of Mark and Kelly's trips, tips, and things is actually Kelly's idea. So Kelly must be back 2015, I think we started it.
What happened was my
let you start, and then I told
no because when you said no sorry
and then Kelly
no because I want to tell you how I came up with the idea, because you don't know how I came up with the idea.
No, this is true. You start, Mark. Okay, good morning. No, you're telling it wrong. Let me just.
No, he doesn't know how I came up with the idea.
Okay, you tell it you take it from there.
No, I'll tell you how I came up with the idea. Then you can talk about whatever. Because Mark's right. It's 2015, but not quite. We didn't start any videos though in 2015.
No, we didn't.
Right. So
brace yourself, everybody. Georgina, hello. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We were just saying thank you guys as well so much for. We'll be saying this a lot, being very, very grateful. For all your help and support for getting us to the big 500.
So basically, how I came up with the idea. So in 2015, Mark and I were going to Mauritius, and my cousin, who's sadly passed away, she's no longer with us. She said to me, oh, can you do a video diary? And I was just like, yeah, I'll do a video diary. And, sort of did a bit of filming. And I didn't know anything technology wise with regards to cameras and things like that. I bought a waterproof sort of like video camera that you could take into the sea and stuff like that. But I didn't have anything, so my camera skills and all of that type of stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, my camera skills aren't brilliant, But yeah, so I just sent videos every other day to my cousins and stuff like that, and they really enjoyed it. And then in 2016, I took videos, but I don't think I ever sent it to anyone.
No.
But I took videos again in 2016. This time a larger group of us went to Mauritius. And then in 2017, I then said to you, do you know what? I'd been watching a lot of YouTubers and stuff, and I thought, do you know what? It'd be nice to sort of do things on our holidays, and sort of upload videos and stuff, and tell people about, you know, because I like to travel. But my main thing, I love going to the States. So I love, we've been to New York, we've been to Florida, we've been to Vegas. And so I wanted to sort of impart things that were there and things that you could do if you were interested in that sort of side of things. And I absolutely love Disney. I love Disney. And it was something that I wanted to do. I would have loved to have gone as a child, but I think when I was younger anyway, my family saw travel as going to visit family members. That was their idea of travel, which was going to France or going to Mauritius. And so that's where I went. And I think back then, sort of going to the States was a little bit pie in the sky. It wasn't kind of real. And just when I started traveling, I had a friend, and she said to me one day, I want to go on holiday. You choose. And I had always wanted to go, and I just thought, oh my God, this could be my moment of going to the States. After watching all the, I, don't- I watched all the American programs like, I don't know, Kate and Ali, Ed's Diner. Is it called Ed's Diner? Can't remember. Mel's Diner, maybe it was called. Do you remember, or did you ever watch it?
No.
No.
Oh, Georgina said, haha, same here, Kelly, but traveling to Cyprus for me.
Yeah, and there you go. So when you're with your family, especially, when your family weren't born here, they were born elsewhere.
Sorry, Georgina, I forgot to ask, how are you? You well? I hope everything's okay. So we being a bit rude, we were just getting
I
carried
know, we were just, yeah, especially me, because once I start talking, I'm like this. Once Mark starts eating, he's like this. Once I start talking, I'm like this.
You'd never guess, would you? Anyway,
yeah, with your mouth, no. So so that was it. It was just going on these sort of like, that was their idea of a holiday, going to visit family. And on these trips you would be bored because you would be in the house, and that was not my idea of seeing France or Paris or Mauritius. Going to see family members was not my idea, so I never appreciated France or Paris or Mauritius, because I never got to go around and do the touristic things. And even if we did do touristic things, it was only going to visit whatever monument it was, looking at it and then coming back. So you never actually got to do things. It wasn't like, on school trips where you go to visit whatever it is and then you get to go into whatever it is. No, we would just go and visit and then come back home. So it was just nice to, to start traveling, really. What about you?
Yeah, so for me, I'm getting back onto the vlog bit. So Kelly actually started the vlogging way before I was interested. I've got to be honest, because Kelly said, let you join in as well. And I was like, I'm not sure this is Kelly's thing. I wasn't really convinced on it. And I thought to myself, I wasn't really, Georgina put same. So I wasn't really convinced about being part of it. I must be honest. I thought I'd just let Kelly do her own little vlog thing. So in the beginning, that's what we were doing. So then we went on to 2017. We filmed a few holidays. We started getting going at 2018. So we were doing our Vegas trip, our Florida trip. And then that's when I really started to get into it as well. So back in those days, we had no idea how to edit. We had no idea how to do any sort of music or ad. So ours was very much, we would keep the camera rolling. So, for example, if we were walking down the Las Vegas Strip, and of course, we'd have loads of footage, and we would just upload it. And when I was watching it, I thought, ours is a bit boring because, we're basically walking down the strip, which is fine, but there was no sort of cut bits. You'd have to walk with us in real time, if you like. So as this on, most of our videos were just uploaded. And the other thing we spotted, we were only uploading around the time we were going on holiday. So there was twice a year we would do a mass upload of like 30 odd videos from our holiday. Then there'd be this huge gap then between the next holiday. Anyway, 2019 sort of came, we carried that on. We did Lanzarote, so we got quite a few. We got slightly better with our camera work. Still no, Kelly was basically editing everything on her phone, so adding
Yeah.
in little snippets there. And anyway, as time went on, then the pandemic hit in 2020. Now we actually did no filming, which is really, really bad. We did actually miss a trick. We did no filming in 2020, so I was working from home and I was incredibly busy.
We did some reviews,
we
but
did
not
some,
we
but
did not nothing. Yeah,
not really. And anyway, I said to Kay, look, we've really got to make an effort on this because we've missed the trick. And so we did, didn't we? So we then started to do, but we've always done kind of a mismatch, hence the term. The reason why Kelly came up with the idea of Mark and Kelly's trips, tips, and things. So initially we were going to do trips, but then when the pandemic had hit, and we'd also been doing things like reviews, we were doing things like reviews on food, obviously with travel, and we were doing things like gadgets as well. So we wanted to help you guys, if we bought a gadget, use it as much as we could, then do a little review on it. So one of our most successful videos was our Tassimo machine, the coffee machine. So I pretty much used this, and after using it for a good few months, I found out, pretty much like anything, all the good things you can use, all the bits that don't work, and little tips. So we put those tips in as many as I could, and then that did quite well. So fast forward, then after the pandemic, I did a few gaming reviews, which were quite
well received.
Yeah. But I haven't since. I didn't really want to go down that pipeline really of doing gaming review. I think if I were to do that, I would do that as a separate channel and float it alongside our one. But also as well, then we've basically started during the lockdown. We did a lot of recipes, as you'll notice. So we did those. Those didn't do as well, but we still enjoy doing them. I love doing all the film
TV
cookbooks.
ones.
Yeah, all the TV and film cookbooks. I love doing those ones, even though they didn't do so well. But I still enjoy doing them anyway.
Yeah.
And then what we've been doing, and then of course we're doing a lot of takeaway reviews during the lockdown. And as we've come back out of lockdown now, we're going back out into doing restaurant reviews and London reviews. So that pretty much takes us up to present day, where our latest video we've been doing is we did our little day out in London. Although I think we noticed when we do them in parts, they don't do so well. So we're thinking about splitting them.
Yeah, I think the thing is, going back to what Mark was saying with regards to, there was so basically when
Riri said, congratulations guys, love your
Hey,
videos, you're both so fabulous. Thank you so much,
thank you.
Riri.
That's so kind.
And as we were saying before, we really do appreciate all your subs and all your support, so thank you so much.
Yeah.
That means a lot to us.
Yeah, it does.
And we're really happy to be at our big 500.
So going back to
how are you, Riri, by the way? Anyway,
by the way, yeah, sorry. What Mark was saying, the reason why I called it trips, tips, and things was predominantly I did think about holidays, but the reason why I called it tips and things was to do with other things other than holidays. So while it's trips, I would give you tips when we're there on holiday, but I wanted the tips and things to be other than holidays. So that was always the goal, but it was mainly going to be a holiday channel. That's what we began as. And it was only because when the pandemic did hit, because in my mind, I think I didn't see it as, I just wanted to show what we did on holiday and all these trips. So at the time when I was uploading videos, I didn't even think about subscribers. I just thought, oh, people might want to view them. And then I did one where Mark was getting his hair cut in Disney, and it had like 50 views, 54 views. And I was like, whoa, this had so many views, like just 50 people just randomly watching Mark getting his hair cut. But we didn't even know that you could get your hair cut in Disney. So I thought it was just one of those things that really good to video. And at the time, we were only doing like 5 or 10 minute videos.
Yeah, that's right.
So it was okay to, and when we did the 5 or 10 minute videos, they were normally of something. So if it was a parade, or if it was, we did a Star Wars thing at one point, because
Yeah,
we
we
went to
did.
Hollywood
Yes,
Studios,
yes, we did.
and we were videoing sort of bits and pieces, and I explained about buying tickets in the UK rather than buying them in Florida. Or you could buy them in the UK, and then if you wanted to upgrade to having them as an annual ticket, then that's also a way to go. But yeah, it was just predominantly about our holidays. So, but because we did little trips, so because we did little things like Brussels or Paris or Amsterdam, they were things that I also wanted to video. So yeah, so that's but the trips and things were in case the tips and things were things that we would do outside of holidays. So then we did like little reviews and things like that. But yeah, our most popular was the Tassimo video. That was the most popular because I think at that time so many people, because there were so many coffee machines on the market,
Yeah.
and I wanted a coffee machine that would do everything. So other than Mark just having coffees, I wanted one that would do hot chocolates as well. I'm not really a coffee drinker. So yeah, so and I was so surprised at how many people. I mean, when it got to 4,000, I was just like, what? Now it's like 40,000 or something.
40, I can't remember where it was at the last count, but really a lot. Anyway, that brings us on to the lives. So it was actually, again, Kelly's idea. We said, Kelly goes, let's do some lives. I thought, oh, I don't know, who's going to want to watch us talk on a live? But we always I always felt that our banter flows quite well, actually, especially when we talk to you guys as well. So when our very first live, actual fact, was this year, 2021, January 2021. So we tried our first live, and then we gave it a break for a couple of months. I said, oh, I'm not sure this is going to work.
Yeah, Mark wasn't really too into it.
No, and I thought to myself, oh, I don't know, it's tricky just to keep talking and stuff like this. But then we went, Kelly said, no, let's pursue it a little bit. So we were doing it every Tuesday. So we picked Tuesday purely
Fridays.
We started Fridays, that's right. We picked Fridays because we thought to myself, well, at the time was lockdown. So we just thought to myself, people will have to be in. So we'll give them something so people we can chat to. But over time, as lockdown eased, obviously people started to go back out on a Friday. So we also elected to do Tuesday as well because it was midweekish. And so ever since, we've kept up the Tuesday and the Friday.
Yeah.
A few ones we haven't been able to make for various reasons, but we've always tried to keep up the two.
I think the reason why I wanted to do the reason why I wanted to do the lives, I feel, was because we during the lockdown and not being able to go on holiday, I wanted to still communicate with you, basically. And I'm more of a person that, well, I like to talk. I like to chat. I like to get to know people. I want to, talk, get to know people and all of that type of thing. And I wanted to create a community where we get to engage with you and you get to engage with us. But I just didn't know how it would go. And, I love food. I love holidays. I think you love the two as well.
I do. You'll also find as well this year as well. So we've done a lot of firsts this year. So this year was our first lives. It was also our first collab.
Oh yes.
So our very first collab was with Samuel, and you'll see that actually. So from our London trip video part 2, Samuel. So part 1, Kelly and I arrived. We booked a weekend in London, and it was just her and I to begin with
on the Friday.
On the Friday, then we met with Samuel on the Saturday and the Sunday. So part 2. And you'll notice part 3 when it gets uploaded will feature Samuel quite heavily. So it was our first collab. So anybody else who's interested in doing a collab, you don't have to be filmed if you don't want to. Samuel was well up for it. But
Samuel he's more prominent on Instagram.
Yeah, he is.
So rather than on YouTube, he just came across our channel because he was looking for things to try in London and came across our donut time video. But I think that it was nice to have a collab with somebody. And because I don't know, when I first started this channel, literally I didn't think about subs. I didn't think about I don't know what I thought
No,
about.
we didn't actually. We just really wanted to do it as a guide thing, really, and
Yeah,
then we've kind of
that's it.
evolved as time has gone on. So but we really did enjoy doing our collab, and we'd love to
Yeah.
do more collabs with you guys if any of you are interested in doing a joint video. So just meet us up, and we will be happy to do a little film.
I think even a virtual collab is good.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? I think that as time has gone on, we our skills of filming and our skills of editing has gotten better, and I can only hope as time goes on that our filming and our editing gets even better.
Yeah, improve. So the other thing I was going to say actually as well, the future of Mark and Kelly strip sits and things. So we are hoping, we've been saying this for a while, but we're still trying to work out how to do it, is do some lives outside.
Yeah, I think we have to get 1,000 subscribers. I'm sure
Oh,
we
that
do.
may be well. Well, as soon as we get that, we will.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it works. I have to look into it a bit more because I'm not sure how the lives work outside.
No.
And what type of equipment we need, because I think it's probably, I don't know. Yeah, I think that there's probably some type of equipment that we need in order to
Do that.
do it on location, because that would be quite.
Hey,
good.
Alina, how are you?
Hello.
Nice to see you again.
Nice
You
to see
okay?
you.
We were just celebrating our 500 or 5th. What did you say? 500th? Yeah, 500th subscriber. So thank you so much.
501 now.
Yeah, 501. So thank you so much, guys, for doing that. Oh no, you should have bought the one. Taking the zero, one of the zeros.
Yeah, I should. Well, yeah, 501 subscribers.
Yeah.
But you never know because it fluctuates. You see, so by the
Yeah,
time I
yeah.
got home, I could have had 500.
Yeah, that's
so,
true.
You know,
We can do. But I hope you're okay, Alina. Really good to see you on.
Mm.
Yeah, so we were just basically saying that. So where we'd like to go is we would like to be able to do some lives in London, central London, at some point live.
Yeah.
So we can show you what's going on live as it happens. That was where we want to get to. So at the moment, the only way we can do that, was obviously it's not live, is for us to film it and then upload it later.
Yeah. And if you because I did quite a bit of editing for the last video.
Oh, Alina says, yes, congrats. You guys deserve it. Thank you so much.
That's so kind. Thank you. So I done a bit of editing in the last video. I don't know who's seen the last video. But I had a bit of fun with it this time. And I just want my camera skills to get a little bit better. I think so on that specific video, I intermixed mine and Mark. So I shot on my phone and Mark shot on the camera. And I just intermixed them, slowed bits down, made it a little bit comical. So I hope that comes across, really. Let me know what you guys think. But I enjoyed it. But sometimes I feel like Mark saw it, how I easily get distracted when I'm trying to do something. So my concentration at the moment is quite limited. So I'll start it with all good intentions and everything else, and I'll start it and I'll do this and this. But sometimes I'll also stay up later to add bits in and things. And sometimes something that might have taken me 1 or 2 days is now taking me like 4 days, 5 days to complete. But it used to be in such a shorter amount of time. So I think I need to work on that a little bit so that I can get videos put out quicker.
So Alina said, yes, I've seen it. Keep practicing. You'll be a pro soon.
Oh, thank you.
Do you know what? I've got to say, though, if you watch that, every time I see it, because Kelly added in the little theme tune, didn't you? The Barry White theme tune. Georgina said, well, I enjoyed the music. You did a great job. It certainly made it fun, Kelly. Do you know what? It was Kelly's idea for that. And I must say, it works so well. So kind of your ode to Friends as well.
Yeah.
Obviously anybody that's
anybody watches Friends
will know exactly what scene that's from. But yeah, when we tried the bun thing, so this was Samuel's suggestion.
Oh, it's pronounced differently. Gloria told me it's pronounced like almost like boon chic.
Oh, boon chic.
Yeah. So she put the pronunciation. I'll have to find it. But she says, yeah, they have them in the freezer at home. That's just normal. And then and then they air fry it. Yeah, they lovely. she said it's very addictive.
All right, bullshit, we shall call
Bullshit,
it.
yeah.
Anyway, I've got to say, I mean, Samuel suggested it. I didn't realize how good these things are. If any of you guys are in central London, or I don't know if there's any outside London, but they are so good. The egg and the potato one is absolutely amazing.
No, mozzarella.
Mozzarella, sorry, the
Egg,
mozzarella
sorry,
egg, not egg, sorry, egg. Mozzarella and potato one. It's fantastic. It reminds you of eating like a cheese and egg, a cheese and potato omelette. I don't know why. I don't think there's any egg in it. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But it was
No.
amazing. It was so good, that stringy cheese.
Yeah.
And then when Kelly added the music to it,
Yeah.
made me love.
I think for me, because I had seen it, so in our sweet treats video, we went and bought pancakes, and I saw it across the road before we went and got the pancakes, and I
Yeah.
said, "Oh, should we queue up for that?" And you weren't in the mood to queue, so we said, "No, we'll leave it. We'll do it in the next video." And so yeah, so we didn't end up going there. And then Samuel, who had messaged me on Insta, said, "Oh, have you tried?" He gave us a list of places, and then he said, "Oh, have you tried Bunsik or Boonshik?" And I was just like, "No, but I did see it, and I did say to Mark, but Mark didn't want to queue at that point." So we didn't end up going there. But then when Samuel came, that's one of the places that we headed to, and I've got to say it was delicious. And I don't think I would have tried the potato. I think going there, I probably would have just tried the sausage one. And you would only tried the potato
Yeah,
one
that's
anyway.
true.
So I'm glad I got the both and I was able to compare them. But the potato and the cheese one was the best. So if you are ever in central London and it's on Charing Cross Road, definitely go there.
Oh, definitely,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's really good. They do sell other things, but that was the only thing. I would like to try a couple of the other items that are on the menu. So the next time I go, or the next time we go, I will try the boonshik and something else, I think.
Yeah. I think, yeah, we'll definitely have to do that. We ate so much food that weekend. It's unreal. So Samuel was taking us to place. We went then to Creme, which is the giant cookies. Now, if you saw those cookies, they are huge. They're like a mound. So again, Kelly added the music when you break them apart, but they are so warm and gooey in the middle. It really is. Now, it was it not miso.
Yeah,
Yeah,
miso
it
and
is
white
miso.
chocolate.
So the miso has got quite an earthy flavor, but it works so well with the chocolate. I thought it worked really, really well. That was my favorite one. The double chocolate vegan one is nice, but it's very, very chocolatey.
Do you know what? I can't remember them, but the only thing that I remember was that I really liked the white chocolate and the miso. Now, for me, on the day that we tried it, it was a tad bit salty, too salty for me.
No, it's good, perfect for me.
But it was all right for you. And Samuel loved it. But it was just a little bit too much. But then again, I don't add a lot of salt to my food, really. But you have to have salt on potatoes, as far as I'm concerned. Salt on eggs and potatoes, that's a must. So if you're having chips, if you're having mash, if you're having roasted potatoes, whatever, you do have to have salt on your eggs and on your potatoes.
Now, funny enough, right at the end of the day, we were pretty stuffed, but we decided to go for it anyway. As we were in Chinatown, now that we wanted to find out what was the best restaurant. Now, we actually, was it you or was it Samuel, overheard? I think it was Samuel, overheard somebody saying the best restaurant in Chinatown was Orient.
No. What happened was I chose Orient.
All right.
And while we were in the queue, Samuel overheard.
Oh, that was it. Yeah, somebody had, that was right.
Yeah,
it was in the queue.
Yeah, in the queue.
They were saying this is the best restaurant in Chinatown. So, and I've got to say the food was really, really, really good. If you do get a chance, if you do go to Chinatown in central London, really recommend
Orient London.
Orient London.
It's on Wardour Street. So so you have the main part of Chinatown. When you come out of Chinatown onto Wardour Street, you just turn left. And it's almost opposite the W Hotel. So the W Hotel, yeah, I think it's pretty much opposite the W Hotel. As if you're heading towards Leicester Square, pretty much. It's just there. And Gloria commented because we had crispy aromatic duck, and she said she loves Peking duck. And I said, do you know what? I love crispy aromatic duck. I ordered Chinese the other night, but because there were other things that I wanted, I didn't order the crispy aromatic duck. But when you order it from the takeaway, you have to shred it yourself. So I actually sped up the way that, because normally the way they do it is they have a fork and a spoon, and then they shred it with the fork and the spoon. Some people do it with 2 spoons. But I just thought I just didn't have the time to want to actually shred it with the spoon and the fork. So I didn't end up ordering it. But now I think, I should have ordered the crispy aromatic duck.
But you know what? She was fast doing it anyway, so you
Yeah.
didn't really need to speed it up. But she did it so quickly.
Yeah, she was very
tearing
quick.
it there. And what was funny, what did make me laugh was Samuel goes, "I want crispy aromatic duck. I really want crispy aromatic duck." And we go, "Okay," so we ordered it. And he said to you, "Well, how'd you do this?" I thought he'd never had it.
Because what happened was I mentioned crispy aromatic duck, and he was like, "Yes, yes." And then yeah, he was like, "How do you roll it?" And I was just like, "Yeah, you just roll it, like a pancake. You just roll it." I mean, that's how I have my. I don't know how you have your pancakes, but when I make pancakes for Shrove Tuesday, I roll mine. That's the way I always. Yeah. That's the way I was brought up. It was for me. I used to just have butter and sugar, but a lot of people used to have lemon and sugar.
Yeah, I like lemon and sugar.
Yeah. Now I had lemon and sugar. Now I'll have lemon and sugar. But before, when I was growing up, it was just butter and sugar. And then that's what I used to have, and just roll it up. But you can roll it and then tuck it under at the bottom so that it doesn't drip out. I never ever tuck it under at the bottom, so it's always dropping out. The hoisin sauce or the plum sauce always dropping on my top and stuff like that. So. But yeah,
there you go. So we thoroughly recommend the Orient. Now we were rather ambitious in our day planning, so we actually had a few other places on the menu, but there's no way we were going to get to them. By this point we were really full.
Samuel went back to his hotel and still went to Five Guys.
I can't believe that.
He still went to Five Guys.
If you want how much food we ate, and in the end we couldn't eat it all, and then he went and had a peanut butter and strawberry milkshake at Five Guys.
I don't know
how he did that, but fair play to him. He managed to put that too.
I was just like, oh my god. I mean, I couldn't eat everything.
No.
But my appetite isn't. In the end, I didn't get my own cookie creme because I shared it with you.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Because my appetite isn't as big. And then I think you probably finished off my bunsik, my bunshik.
Yes, I did, because I had my one and then I ate your
my potato one, and I finished off the sausage one.
That's right.
And then we shared the cookie. I don't know what else we can't remember. Oh, ice cream, but I had my own. I ate my, I was able to eat
the
my
ice cream. Now we did have ice cream at, what was it called?
Snowflake.
Snowflake. Now I've got to say, I think I preferred the milk tray.
Yeah.
But the Snowflake one was quite good, and it did have the that's I mixed it with milk tray, but it did have really refreshing flavors.
Yeah.
But the novelty factor of having that, and I couldn't believe we went to Milk Train. Now Milk Train normally has a massive queue outside it. We went there, we were full, and there was no one out there. There was
no one out there.
Sod's law. That really is.
There's no queue. No, it wasn't. We were on our way to somewhere, but we didn't stop off and have Milk Train.
No, but there was no queue out there.
Yeah, there was no quew.
Which is very unusual for
so rare. So no, because you know why? We hadn't had anything savoury.
Oh,
that's why we did. So it was early-ish. It was probably about, because we were going to the exhibition.
Oh yeah, that was right. We didn't have time, did we? Otherwise we would have stopped.
Or was it after the exhibition?
No, it was on the way to the exhibition. So we were actually going to the Harry Potter exhibition because we were around the Covent Garden area. That makes sense.
I think it was either before or after, but regardless, we hadn't had anything savoury. No. So I couldn't eat something sweet until I'd had something savoury.
That doesn't ever affect me. But
no,
Kelly has to have something savoury.
I can't eat sweet things on an empty stomach. So I have to have something to eat first before I have something sweet. And I would want, obviously, my candy floss around my
ice cream.
I think you'd had coffee even before we went to the.
Yes, we did. We stopped at Pret, didn't we? And then had a coffee. And
yes, yeah. We did. We went and had
we did have that first of all. But yeah, really, really good day. There was a bubble tea place actually that we did want to stop off at, and that had gold leaf in the bubble tea. And and I've forgotten the name of the place that we had it written down. For the life of me, I can't remember it right now. But that was one of the other places we wanted to do. There was a pancake place as well we were going to go to, but by this stage we were so full.
Yeah. And then on the Sunday we did a couple of other things which I'll get around, but we didn't do as much on the Sunday.
No, we didn't.
We didn't. So the video will be a lot shorter than the other two that we did. So it would just be a lot shorter.
But yeah, we thoroughly enjoyed the day. Oh, Georgina said, did you guys go to Ole and Steen? I love their cinnamon social.
Do you know what? So in part 1, you would have seen me actually video Ole and Steen. That's the one with all the pastries that were before we got to the Strand Palace. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. And
then there's one on Charing Cross Road as well. Yeah. We didn't get to try it, but on our next trip, because I really want to get the Brune Chic again. We also had that there are like quite a few eateries that I want to go to. And I've got to make a list, I think, of the places that I want to go around.
Is that your big recommendation, Georgina, Ole and Steen? Because funny enough, when we were going to drop our stuff off at the hotel, there was one there, and I said, "Oh, look at this!"
Just before the hotel,
and then Kelly did say, "This is Ole and Steen. This is the one that Georgina recommended." And then
no, I didn't say that because we were just filming it because it was the first time I'd seen it.
Oh, okay.
So I'd never seen it before, and so I went and filmed it, and I thought, "Oh, the pastries here look really good," and that's where probably, if Georgina, you saw the first video, that's probably where you may have seen that I'd filmed it, but I didn't get a chance to try it, but I did want to.
Georgina said, yes, there is one in Charing Cross Road too. Yeah, go. So many good pastries and cakes. We will film there. We will film there.
Looked so good. When we passed, this was when we were arriving to go to the hotel. I said to Mark, I really want to try a couple of the pastries. It looked so packed in there. There was like so many people, but I think the one on Strand Palace is less packed than the one on Charing Cross Road. It was Ramajan packed, but it was quite a large place. Is that the one? Do they have an upstairs and downstairs at the one on Charing Cross Road? But the one on Strand Palace, I believe, is all on one level.
Great coffee. Well, decaf for me. Oh, do you know what? I will try that as well. We must try those as well. Funny enough, because we sometimes as well, when we're going to some place, we will stop off if we find something that we like, and we'll just go and ad-lib and film it. One we haven't planned. We did that with, what was the place? Yole. Although they were a bit...
What? Who, Yole?
Yeah, the guy serving as well. No distance to the guy serving, but you asked for something on top. The photo had, so it had the yogurt with little... Basically, it's like bubble drink with... yogurt drink with bubbles in it.
With boba bubbles, yeah.
Boba bubbles. Then they've got a yogurt on top, but then it had loads of toppings on. So he just handed it over. Kelly said, well, there's toppings on there. Do I get toppings?
I think because the thing...
sorry, Georgina said, yeah, the one in the Strand is new.
Ah, right, okay. The one... See, the problem that I have with Yole, and it is quite nice, Yole, it's basically frozen yogurt. And the first time when we discovered it, I mentioned that I wanted a topping on top. So I wanted them to put the, I think it was a mango one I might have gotten or something like that. And then I asked them to put a dollop of the mango on top as it is pictured.
Yeah.
But what they do, they tend to put it around the cup and then put a dollop in the cup, which is what is pictured. That the way that they picture it is...
It's very much like your Frappuccino.
Yeah, there's a dollop in just in the bottom, and then they put the boba balls in, and then they put the frozen yogurt, and then they put a dollop in the top. But what they've decided to do is something similar to this. So they've got the bits around it, then they got a dollop in the bottom. But the problem is, but I want the thing on the top. I rather than you decorating the inside of my cup, I would rather you put a dollop of the topping on the top. So it to me, so I'll have a dollop of the thing at the bottom and at the top.
Georgina says, still not been. Going to go and try on my lunch break. I've been to the Piccadilly and Victoria one. Oh, I didn't. I would recommend it. It is nice. I must say, I really enjoyed the mango
I
one.
think she's trying. I think she's talking about the Ole and Steen.
Oh, sorry,
Ollie
Ole
and
and Steen
Steen.
one. Sorry.
I think.
I was getting mixed up with the thing. Richard, hello.
Hey, Richard.
Oh, she said greetings to my favourite YouTubers. Oh, thank you. We're just celebrating our 500 subs. Richard, by the way, I watched your video, the one you went up and down Oxford Street. Really enjoyed that one actually, where you got your nice little tin of Quality Street. I love the way you put your finger in it to show the measurement. But I thought that was really, really good. And I do agree with you as well. Those certain, won't mention their names, but certain sweet shops on Oxford Street are very expensive. Best to go to the supermarket where you can get it for a cheaper price.
Yeah. I think.
Very good video though.
I always find that when you go to the speciality, like when I was younger, I was talking about it with your brother's girlfriend. Like your local sweet shops when I was younger, you used to be able to just get a quarter of. They don't do the measurement of a quarter of anymore.
250 grams.
Yeah, it's out. Is it
grams?
Ounces? I think.
No,
Ounces,
it's grams.
Is it grams?
Yeah.
I don't know. I get all mixed up. But before you said, "Oh yeah, can I get a quarter of?" Blah blah blah. And I remember a few years ago, I went in somewhere which had all the big jars and everything else, and I said, "Oh yeah," because I hadn't seen jars in years, and I said, "Oh yeah, can I get a quarter of what?" And she went to me, "A quarter of what?"
Sweets,
please. And no, she said like a quarter of what, because I'm used to saying like I said to her, a quarter of whatever it was that I wanted, a quarter of, let's say, pear drops. I said, "Oh yeah, can I get a quarter of pear drops, please?" And she's like, "A quarter of what?" As in, she didn't know the measurement of a quarter of, and I didn't know the measurement because when I was younger, that's all we called it, was a quarter of whatever it was. Now they want to work it out in grams and things like that. And I'm just like, oh my God, but so much more expensive than what they used to be. When you know, before you used to go to your local sweet shop and it'll cost you like £1 or something, £2. Now they're wanting to charge you a big old £5 or something.
Richard said, today was cat shopping, cat hamper making one. Oh, you're making one. Tiddles male cat already ate one on a cat advent. Oh dear, oh no. But that's good. So you're going to make that into a video as well? Or is that just your today's adventure? No, I did like that actually. Funny enough, I've not been to Oxford Street in a long time. Even though we've been in central London, we haven't gone to Oxford Street. So it was really interesting actually to watch your video. I recommend watching Richard's Adventures video, the latest one he did on Oxford Street. Especially if you haven't been to Oxford Street, because you really see the detail of it. You've really captured sort of both sides of the street. And also all those new developments, because there have been a lot of new builds on Oxford Street.
Do you know what it is though? Because like Mark will say to me, "Oh, let's go to Oxford Street," but do you know what? Oxford Street doesn't interest me because there isn't any shops now that I really want to go to.
Well, you say that, but it's changed completely. We haven't been to so long. There's probably all changed. One thing that was interesting as well, those sweet shops a few years ago, I don't remember being there.
They weren't there.
No.
They weren't there before.
Now, when I used to go religiously to Oxford Street when I was a lot younger, and I used to love just going into HMV when it was there, and there's a few other stores, and they've all gone now. So you've got your classic ones. Selfridge is obviously still there, but I never really went into.
Yeah, I never really went into. Been to Selfridges a couple of times, but I never really went. I wasn't one of those ones. I wasn't one of the ones to really religiously go into department stores. But I do love Fortnum's. Fortnum's is one of those department stores that I will always go into, and I loved in New Bond Street. You got Phoenix. And I used to love going into Phoenix as well. But I was never really I went into Selfridges a couple of times, and I've been into Harrods on Knightsbridge a couple of times. But I don't know what it is about Knightsbridge. I really don't like it there. I've been
there. Isolated, that's why. It's hard to get to.
I've never really been one for Kensington.
Yeah, it is a bit out the way, especially from where we are. It's quite difficult to get to. Richard said, vlog to come this week. Chigwell lights on. Oh, it's the first one, and the steam train, and best of all, a Coca-Cola lorry. Oh, Sam, hello. Hi, guys. Was just going to mention about there being so many American sweet shops around Oxford Street, Regent Street and Piccadilly area. Yes, you're right. And Richard actually picked that up in his video.
I didn't know there was any in Regent Street.
Yeah, there is. It's similar ones.
I didn't know there was any in Regent Street.
From memory, there's Kingdom of Sweets, which is one. There's one called the American Candy Store. And there is another one that
I thought the
escapes my-
American candy stores in Covent Garden.
No, they're all over, aren't they?
I
There is
know.
one. There is well from Richard's video. There was one in Oxford Street, or that may have been Regent Street
Oh.
actually, Richard, where you were going. How are you, by the way, Sam? Is everything good?
Hope you're well.
Yes. Yeah. No. And we've noticed that now. Funny enough, if you watched one of our other videos, did we upload it in part 2? I can't remember. When we went into Leicester Square.
The Christmas market.
Yeah, the Christmas market. Yeah. So in the Christmas market.
That's the first one, part 1.
Yeah. They had a Kingdom of Sweets store in Leicester Square. So as you walk through
in the Christmas market.
Yeah, in the Christmas market, they've got it there. And funny enough, I think they were something like £2.79 per whatever it is, so many grams. But they were cheaper outside. So if you go to outside Leicester Square, there's one nearby. They are cheaper outside the Christmas market.
My only stipulation, and I don't know how they deal with it in the shops, but my only stipulation, because it's all open, and I'm thinking, how are they covering that up?
Are they? Well, this is it. I suppose in a pandemic, you're not. So if somebody's going,
but not only that, but I mean at night.
Oh, they probably do open them. They just put a cloth cover over it.
Yeah.
My thing more is people hand picking them.
Yeah.
Richard said the only UK sweet company shop left is Hotel Chocolat. Now, what about Hardee's? I thought Hardee's was British. Is it not?
No, a lot of them have closed. I don't know where there's a Hardee's now.
There was a Hardee's, and what was the one that's near us?
No, that's not a Hardee's.
That's
a Ye Olde.
Ye Olde shop. I thought
Ye
that was
Olde
British.
and Mr. Sims.
Yeah, Mr. Sims. That was the other one.
Mr. Sims and Ye Olde, but I've not seen a Hardee's. But do you know what though? I tend to think that all these sweet shops are the same. They probably get the same supplier, but Ye Olde sweets are not as good as Hardee's. They're not as good as Hardee's. I don't really know about Mr. Sims, but there used to be a Hardee's in the city, and it's closed. I don't know where the other Hardee's.
Oh yeah, there was one in St. Paul's, wasn't there?
Yeah, and it's closed. So I don't know. I don't know if they've gone into administration, because the one in St. Paul's, they've kept all the decor almost like the colour of it, and just changed it to, they just changed the sign to whatever coffee shop it is now. I thought the cheek of it.
Oh, so Richard said, have you tried the fourth chocolate ruby chocolate? It's so addictive.
We have tried the ruby chocolate.
We tried the
yeah, we did. We tried it, but only drink wise. We tried it on Costa when Costa did their summer drinks.
Yeah, that was nice actually, the ruby chocolate.
But the problem with me with ruby chocolate, I couldn't establish the taste.
Oh, sorry, Richard. So what one did you try? The fourth chocolate ruby. Is that Hotel Chocolat's one, or is that a different make? Is there one you'd recommend to try?
When he means fourth chocolate, because he means milk chocolate, dark chocolate.
Oh, you mean just in general, right?
And that's the fourth chocolate.
Right, I'm with you. Sorry.
Right?
Is there a particular brand you'd recommend for ruby chocolate?
Yeah, because I would like to actually try a particular brand, maybe.
Yeah.
Because it's new, I couldn't get the taste palette. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I couldn't.
Basis of comparison, isn't
right?
it?
Exactly. I couldn't make it akin to. Oh yeah, this is like raspberry chocolate, or this is like. I couldn't get the use of it. So I would definitely like to try it in, because when we tried with the Costa, I couldn't, because it's a new, and like you say, it's not. My brain couldn't comprehend the taste of it.
Richard said ruby chocolate is rare to find. Do you know what? That's so true. I'm sure Hotel Chocolat do it, but I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure
they do ruby chocolate, but a lot of places do it as a limited edition.
Georgina said the same thing. Hardee's by St. Paul's is closed now. Yeah, that's that's what we found.
I'm wondering if they went into administration. I'm going to have a quick Google and see.
Have a little look. Yeah, Hotel Chocolate do it. But things like Cadbury's, you never ever see ruby chocolate, and I've never seen ruby chocolate. So you are right; it is quite rare. You know, Quality Street, any of those types of chocolatiers or Rowntrees, I never see them doing ruby chocolate. But ruby chocolate, like I said, is quite an acquired taste. I like that drink. I did enjoy that drink from Costa, but like you said, there's no basis of comparison, so I don't know, is that good? Could it be better? Well, probably could.
Apparently there is a Hardy sweet shop in Greenwich, near
You're-
the Cutty Sark.
Richard said you're best off asking in posh shops and retro shops for ruby chocolate.
Yeah,
probably.
yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, it's going to be in places like I call Hotel Chocolat sort of
Posh.
a bit posh. But funnily enough, there's not a lot that I like in Hotel Chocolat.
No, I was going to say, but those Florentine ones really good.
You love the Florentine
Yeah.
ones, and I love there is a fudge, I forget what they call it, fudge something, and I really love it. It's got like these little crisp little balls on top. It's round, got these little crisp little balls, and then it's got like a fudge in the middle. It's delicious, absolutely delicious.
Oh, the Florentine one's really nice. It's a little square, but it looks like it's got cornflakes on it, but it's obviously cornflakes dipped in some type of syrup or something. It's really good. Richard said, oh yeah, Greenwich, remember that one?
Oh, apparently there's one in Charing Cross Road. I don't remember passing a Hardy's in Charing Cross Road. And there's also one in Garrick Street. It says Ludgate Hill, but the Ludgate Hill one is closed because I know that. And there's one in New Row, London New Road. That's WC.
Mind you, Charing Cross, I was going to say,
central London.
Charing Cross has changed beyond all recognition. I've got to say, because we walked past House of Spells.
House of Spells, yeah.
Which was totally new. I'd not seen that. That was opposite Boonseek. Is it Boonseek?
Boonseek, I think.
Boonseek. That was opposite there.
I'll have to have a look and see how she spelled it.
She'll spell it. Well, I probably completely butchered it, on my word.
I probably have.
But there you are. So there are a lot of new places opened up. There you go, on there. But there are. So what is everybody's favorite sweet shop? Do you have one that you would go to, or do you go for a name brand? Would you go for something like Cadbury's, or would you then try and go to a unique thing like Hotel Chocolat?
Boonseek.
Oh, Boonseek, yeah.
Yeah. So Bunswick, which is the shop that we went to, and basically it's almost like these hot dog like cheese and potato on a stick. And then they do what? So it's I think, is it Korean or?
I don't know.
I think it's Korean. Yeah,
Okay.
I think it is Korean. So and they do like it. So it's almost like a corn dog, an American version of a corn dog on a stick, but just not as processed, because the American version corn dog, I don't know what batter that they're using, but for me, I didn't enjoy it.
Never eaten it.
But I did like Boonseek, which we would, sorry, excuse me, if you saw it, was Bunswick.
Yeah.
Bunsik. Bunsik, I think it was. Yeah, not a C. Bunsik. And it's in Charing Cross Road, and it's right next door to Donut Time. And I was so surprised because we went to, when we were in Soho, and we went to, we saw Elan or L&N, and next door to it, or a couple of doors up or down from it, there was a Donut Time. And the following week when we went, it was closed.
Yeah, it was closed.
That was so shocking.
There's so much competition in Soho for donuts. It's unreal. So
cakes, donuts, all of that.
Yeah, so Crosstown Donuts is still there. And opposite Crosstown Donuts were Donut Time. Now, the Donut Time there has now closed down. Richard said, Cat Tiddle's meowing at me for the Advent calendar. So it's a special Advent calendar for cats. Oh, there must be. I can imagine there'd be. There's all kinds of...
Oh, God, yeah. Nowadays, because you've got all them cat cafes and
yeah,
everything
yeah,
else, I should imagine that there probably is.
So I have ordered an Advent calendar for Kelly, a Leonidas one, but it still hasn't come. So talking of nice chocolate, now Leonidas, there's hardly any in London. We spotted one when we went to Brighton for a little trip, didn't we? And that was just as we came up the station. Kelly went, stop. I said, what? She,
my suitcases.
With her suitcases, went immediately beeline straight into Leonidas. Wasn't even going to wait till we got to the hotel.
No, because if you've ever been to Brighton, right, the train station's on top of a hill.
Yeah.
And it's just like every time I see it, I think, oh God, I've got to walk this hill. To be fair, it's not like the hill in Lanzarote.
No, Cardiac
because
Hill,
that's Cardiac Hill. That's a mad thing. But going to the one where Brighton is, I just thought, I'm not going to walk this hill again until I have to leave. I'm not going to walk this hill again. But now I know that both Julian Plumar and what you call it, Leonidas is right near the station. So next time we can get a cab to the station, and I know I can leave Mark and quickly come and get whatever cake but we got a few cakes from Julian.
Oh, we got a lot of cakes.
We
from
got
Julian Puma.
my chocolates, because Leonidas, there used to be a few shops dotted around in central London, and now I think there's only 2.
Yeah.
I think there's only 2.
Hello, Chloe. How are you?
Hey, Chloe.
She said, "Hi guys. Why is there a cake? Oh, that's not a cake. Do you mean this? These are balloons.
That's balloons, yeah.
So we are celebrating, Chloe, our 500 subs, so 500 subscribers. So thank you so much for all you guys. Hello, Evelyn. How are you?
Hey, Eve.
You joining us
Hope
again?
you're well.
Celebrating our 500 subs. So I'm going to mention that thousands of times in this live.
We've now just reached just over 500 subs, so I'm quite pleased.
So again, big thank you to everybody. Really, really do appreciate everything there. How are you as well? You okay? No, on the video.
Oh, do you mean? Oh, this was a red velvet cake. Is that the one? Is this the one that you mean? That's the red velvet cake that I got from Starbucks.
Or are you meaning the video we put in before, which was the London one part 2? We haven't uploaded anything with Brighton, have we? Yeah.
No, and I don't know what. Well, we didn't have any cakes, did we?
Yeah, I got the your birthday cake. I got.
No, from the video that we uploaded from
London.
London.
Yeah, we must have done. We had so much cake and sweets.
No, because I didn't upload any cake.
I'll have a little bit more of this cake though.
Oh right, yeah. This is the sort of behaviour that I'm talking about.
Oh, Chloe. No, she said. It said. What said?
What said? I don't know what cake you're talking about.
Which cake you mean? Where did you see it from? Spell it out.
Have a little bit of the cake.
I can have a little bit of the cake. So I am, Chloe, though, going to have a little bit of this. So this is Starbucks. Now, it says red velvet cake, but look how dark that is. There's no red in it. Oh, it's 500 actually, Richard, not 590. I wish we were 590, but we're almost there. We're getting there. Yeah, our 500. So we're our celebration of our 500 subs. And thank you all. Oh, Tuesday live catch up. What cake did we have on Tuesday? I can't remember.
Oh, I don't know. I'll have to look back on it.
Oh, was that the one where we did the Julian Puma last Tuesday? I think it was.
Did we? No, I don't think we did.
I think it was. Richard said, "Oops, I put 590. I meant 500." Yeah, thank you. Yeah, 500.
Oh yeah, that was on Thursday. Is that the one that you're talking about? On Thursday's one, we had Yum Nuts, and different cakes that Marks and Spencers were doing.
Oh yeah, Chloe had a Starbucks near the Smith, Smith Toys.
Oh.
Did you enjoy? What did you have?
Did you have hot chocolate? Do you know what? I'm struggling to find a really good hot chocolate.
Chloe said no. I don't know which one you mean.
I'm struggling to find a really good. What was the last good hot chocolate that you had?
Oh gosh, so I don't normally drink hot chocolate. I've got to say, actually, the best hot chocolate I've had was here because we've got a velvetizer. Oh, Richard said he's on 804 but dropped 5. But you're doing well, 804. That's really, really good.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, so going back to say the best hot chocolate I've had actually was from our velvetizer. We bought Black Forest Gatto flavoured hot chocolate. And I've got to say, I'm not a massive fan of Black Forest Gatto, but that was amazing. You could really taste the cherry chocolate.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
And Mark, one of the other viewers, he he was messaging me and goes, "Oh, I got the velvetizer and we got the Black Forest Gatto." And I, by this point, hadn't tried it, but he said it was absolutely amazing. He really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was really good. So that's our recommendation. If anybody does have a velvetizer from Hotel Chocolat, as we were just talking about, very apt, do get, actually, I'll go and get the packet so you can see it. Don't get the peanut butter one.
Yeah, I didn't think much of the peanut butter one. But even if you don't have a velvetizer, you can still buy the chocolate. And what you would do, obviously, you would heat your pan of milk and you would just, mix it. You'd get a little whisk and just mix it up. I mean, if you can get the velvetizer, by all means, get the velvetizer. But if you can't, that doesn't mean you can't have the chocolate. Do you know what I mean? And it's just easier with the velvetizer.
Chloe said, "I love this hot chocolate." Oh, is it when you eat the? So that's it there. If you can see, I get the glare. So you can see it's Black Forest drinking chocolate. So they come in for anyone not seeing all the Velvetizer, they come in little sachets. So I think it's 150 grams, I believe. Or is it slightly more? Oh no, 35 grams. So nowhere near. And yeah, and what they do is that you add that in to your Velvetizer, pour it in over the top, and then it just blends it up for you. But it's got some really good. Now, the shelf life on these isn't long. So this one's okay, but it's only for several months because I think the chocolate is quite fresh. You want to
Yeah,
have it there.
I think the type of chocolate that they use as well is like a higher content of chocolate and things like that. It's a bit more hotel chocolates. I think they pride themselves on being that bit more elevated than your normal chocolate shops, to be fair. I was never really a fan of Thornton's and stuff like that, but I really do like Godiva.
Oh, Godiva ones. Yeah, that's really nice. Oh, Richard said he tried that. It's so yum. Yeah, I've got to say that's the best one I've tried. We've tried the mint, I
love the white chocolate.
Oh, the white chocolate one. No, the white chocolate one's delicious. It's almost like custard. It's really, really, or ice cream. It's like ice cream.
It's not.
It's really, really nice.
Our taste palettes are totally different.
Yeah. So you got the mint one was okay. I'm not a big fan of mint.
I love the mint one.
The actual fact, I did like the chili one. It's got a real kick to it. That one's quite nice.
You like the ginger one as
well. And the ginger one's good.
Yeah,
That's got a slight kick to it as well. I can't remember all the rest of them off my hand. But yeah, as you said, the white chocolate one's really, really good. The others that they had, I can't remember now. I've not tried the latte ones we bought. I must give those a go.
We haven't done anything on the Velvetizer for a while.
So, no, we haven't.
Yeah.
We will try and do another one. We were going to do a video of it. We never got around to do it. I said, "Oh, Kelly, let's just drink them on the live." So we did.
That's the thing. Because like sometimes we want to do this video or whatever, and then I'm like, well, why don't we just do it on the live?
Yeah.
I'd prefer to do things on the live anyway. So like if we're going to try something or eat something, for me personally, I'd rather just do it on the live. But I think we haven't eaten food for a long time, so I think we have to get something and not necessarily do it on live. We could do a video, a little bit of a mukbang.
Yeah, I think the problem is for you guys is if you do see us doing a food, drinks are okay because you can drink, but when we eat, we got this bad habit of eating at the same time. So then what that happens is you just got to sit there and watch us go.
But that's the point. That is the point. I mean, if you watch other mukbangs, that is the point. There are quite a few foods that I would like to taste. I think your thing though, you like to have it up high so that people can see what it is.
Because the trouble is, if we've got it down here and we're just you can't get to see it. Whereas if we had it obviously displayed up here like this, then you get to see us then try and then put back, so you know what we're doing. So I need to get a little table that's that high so you guys can actually see what we're doing. But we will do some more like the other thing. The problem we get into this really bad habit. What we did all the Starbucks summer drinks. We filmed it and we never got around to editing it. So now, of course, that's moot now because it's all the drinks are gone.
Yeah.
So I think live guarantees that you get to see.
Yeah, exactly. I think with things like that, I think live is probably better. And then you can see our reactions live as we're trying it.
Oh, Richard said, I took your advice the other day where I was doing a retro hamper. I added flying saucers and the Angel Delights. Oh, how was it? Have you munched through them? I used to love flying saucers.
No, or were you making them as a present for someone? So is that what you mean? You were making them? He added something.
I took your advice the other day when I was doing retro hamper. I added flying saucers. Oh, I see you're going to give them away.
Yeah.
Sorry. I used to love flying saucers.
Yeah.
What I used to love about flying saucers, you let them sort of fizz on your tongue and they melt into there, and then that's so nice. You get that really sort of sharpness from the the sherbet.
For me, like as many people know, whoever knows me, I'm not really a lover of anything sour, sharp. So for me, with flying saucers, they were a love-hate thing. Because sherbet is quite tart. So it has to be the right sherbet. But sometimes I used to like the sherbet-filled licorice sticks.
Oh yeah, I know. I still like those.
I see those.
Now, Richard, I have a question for you. What flavour Angel Delight did you get? Now, there is one flavour that is my favourite.
And I have to say, I hated Angel Delight. Even when I was little, hated Angel Delight. Was not my thing at all.
Richard said, I got 3 months worth of chocolate and biscuit. Oh my God. You'll see on my video, it's a bit overkill. I'm going to watch that. I haven't seen that one yet. I did watch your, like I said, I obviously watched your London one. But
I don't think it's overkill. I don't think it's overkill at all. If you had a look around the room, you'd see my chocolates just all everywhere. Even when we went to the Cadbury's chocolate factory, we bought so much chocolate. But we did buy chocolate for your family, really.
Yes.
And
Oh.
we sent them.
So Richard went for strawberry. My favourite is butterscotch. The butterscotch one is so much so I could just eat the powder on its own. That's how much I like it. How can you not like Angel Delight? She's got no.
Do you know what it is? I think from the moment that I tasted Angel Delight, it tasted synthetic to me. Even when I was little.
Do you know what? I've got to say, actually, somebody gave me a packet of not Angel Delight, but I think it was Weight Watchers version of it.
Oh, right.
Oh, God, that was horrible because it's all sugar free. So it was really, oh, God, I tried. I thought that is disgusting.
I think even when I was.
Richard said, sorry, it's not done yet. Just listen for announcements. Right, we'll keep tabs on that. We'll keep tabs on that. Do, though, if you've never tried it, do try the butterscotch Angel Delight flavour. That one is just.
And
don't listen to Kelly. She doesn't know what she's
even when I was because it doesn't taste synthetic at all. It's like a pot noodle. That don't taste synthetic.
So everybody, Richard's doing Easter egg surprises in every vlog this December. So keep an eye out for Richard's Adventures vlogs this month. Well, I say this month, from tomorrow onwards for December.
Little Easter eggs.
Yeah, I'll be watching that.
I think for me, even from the moment that I was little, my taste buds were never so. Angel Delight. My mum always had Angel Delight in the cupboard, and I never liked them. It was things like, I mean, Angel Delight to me always tasted synthetic from the moment that thing. But other than that, the other things that I didn't like were things like blancmange. I never liked blancmange.
I love blancmange. How can you not like blancmange?
Mousse, which borders on the same as blancmange almost. Is only some mousses are only okay. I've never been really one for mousse. Anything sort of like gelatinous,
anything nice or anything that's
jelly,
delicious.
Gravy that soaks up all your what do you call it, Yorkshire pudding, so they're no longer crisp, they're just a gelatinous mess.
That's not a dessert. We're talking about dessert. You're telling me you never liked jelly?
No.
Not jelly and custard like a trifle?
No. I don't even like trifle. But
that combo of jelly, custard, cream.
There is a trifle that I'm going to make, but it doesn't contain jelly.
That's not a trifle then.
You'll see.
All right.
You'll see.
That's like saying I'm going to make a cake, but it doesn't contain sponge. It's got to have.
Yeah. Okay.
Jelly, custard, cream is the foundation of a
You
trifle.
can have trifle without jelly.
All right.
Yes, you can. You can. You'll see.
Well, we'll see the
exactly
debate on that. I mean. Can you have trifle without jelly? Can anybody else sing them? Richie said my Easter egg vibe in my videos won't be all by saying it. It will be in the video as a clue. What's next vlog? Oh, I see. So it clue on to the next vlog. Right. But I still say though, guys, watch it because it'll be quite interesting. I will have a look at that because I think that'll be quite interesting. And you're going to do one every day, or you're just going to do one throughout? Because that'd be quite a task to do one every day in December.
Yeah, I don't think you'd be doing. Oh, would you? Do you do videos every day?
That'd be quite interesting. It'd be almost like an advent calendar for vlogs.
Yeah.
So you could do one every day for vlog. I know, not putting pressure on you because that's quite a lot to do. I couldn't do a video every day. I'd struggle to get it done.
No, we used to do between 4 and 5 videos a week.
Yeah.
That was including our 2 lives. No, so we used to when we were doing 1 live. But now that we're doing 2 lives, I find it quite difficult even to do 1 video these days. I just about was able to do the 1 video and upload it, and I was just like, right. So hopefully tonight I will work on another one, and I won't be able to do it for tomorrow, but hopefully maybe for Thursday or something like that. But yeah, with all the editing and things like that, because I want to be quicker at it. But I also find that sometimes if I've been doing something for a long time, I kind of get bored of it. So in the sense that I need to try and find something new to add in. And I think, oh, do you know what? That interests me, like adding the tune.
So Richard, yes, every day. That's really impressive. It's
Mm.
an advent. You see what done there? Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
So an advent for vlogs. That's a really, really good idea.
Yeah.
That is a really good idea. Actual fact as well. I'll be looking forward to seeing that. I'll have to check out your thing. And then you're saying this, so there's a clue in each video
Yeah.
as to what will come for the next
For
day.
the next one. That's the Easter egg.
Yeah. I won't say anything more than that because I don't want to ruin your I think
Well,
that's
he
really
wouldn't
good.
tell us.
No, he wouldn't.
Yeah.
I am wondering if there was something in there. I won't say it in case you do it. And you think, oh, thanks, Mark. I was going to put that in. But I did. Funny enough, when I was looking at your video, I did spot not clues, but little things. I was like, oh, that's right. I remember you saying that in the live. Oh, I remember you mentioning that. So I won't say in case you're going to use it in your vlogs. But really good idea. So yeah, everybody keep an eye out for Richard's adventures for his little vlogs going forward.
Is there anything cuisine, well, not so much cuisine, food wise, that you think, oh yeah, actually Mark and Kelly might quite like this, or Mark and Kelly might quite like that? I'm thinking, I always try to look for new restaurants and stuff for us to try. And I've seen a few. I've got a whole list of restaurants, but the problem is sometimes I don't feel that the portion size is quite for you. So then it stops me from maybe trying that restaurant.
So Richard said he's got a secret cinema one. Are you prepared to share?
Oh,
So is this one you'd recommend, or is this one you've actually videoed?
do you know, there's been a few secret cinemas that I've wanted to actually go on. But there was one that my friend suggested. Which was it called, what's the one with Ralph Fiennes? Was it Hotel Budapest or Budapest Hotel?
The Grand Budapest Hotel.
And it did not interest me at all.
Oh, I like that film. I really enjoyed that film.
Yeah, it didn't interest me, but they were doing it. It was just down the road from. It was in the city, and they did a secret cinema where it was quite. And she went to it, but it was really expensive.
Yeah, they are expensive.
It was, but they never used to be. It used to be £25 or £30.
Really? My friend went to a Star Wars one. It cost him £100 and something.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Yeah, it's so much money now. So much money.
I thought with the secret cinema that they would actually have like an orchestra playing when the cinema. But no, this one was you dress up and you have like a pre-party, but then you just watch the film.
Yeah.
So they don't actually do any enhancements to the film. Richard said it's a secret cinema. I can't say, but it was lucky to get a ticket. Oh yeah, no, of course you can't say. Yeah. Sorry, as we go.
No, but basically he's already been, but he doesn't want to say before he puts out.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, fair enough, Richard. Yeah, there's me saying, who did it? Who did?
But a friend of mine, she went to the Back to the Future one, and she really, really enjoyed that one.
That one looked quite good actually.
And it was the same friend, but they did enhance the movie. They had, actors coming on stage. Doing certain scenes and then going. I think they did a Dirty Dancing one as well.
Yeah, most likely.
But yeah, there was a Star Wars one, and
Richard said it's coming up.
Yeah, and I did look into the Star Wars one, but it was so expensive. I just thought,
yeah, they looked expensive.
Yeah, because I was Mark's very much into Star Wars, and I just thought, but then I thought by the time you spent 200 and something on a ticket, I could have put that towards a flight somewhere.
Yeah.
So we didn't end up like doing that, but yeah, I do like the idea of going to a secret cinema, but we go to the open air ones. I quite like those ones.
We went to Greece, although I have to say when we went to Greece, although it was in August, so prime summer, it was freezing, and I just went in shorts and a t-shirt. I just thought, well, it's August, it's fine. Ironically, 2 weeks later, it was so hot in the
yeah. And what it was, I just thought, do you know what? It's going to get cold. I'm very practical. So whenever Mark's, I don't know, he doesn't think about, oh my God, it's going to get colder in the evening. I don't know why, but so he went in his shorts and stuff like that. And I brought a jumper. I had a cardigan, a jumper, and a hoodie. And I thought, but my mistake was I left my hoodie rolled up on the picnic blanket.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't realize as it was getting colder, because I put my cardigan on, then I put my jumper on, and then I thought, oh, it's getting a bit colder, let me put my hoodie on. And I picked it up and it was damp. but I didn't realize the mildew had been gathering. Do you know what? Sort of near the ground, obviously, as mildew does. And Mark was sitting there shivering. I said,
It
"Do you
was
want my hoodie?"
so
It was so
cold.
cold, and I put my scarf on as well.
Richard said a lot of planning got to go in your December vlogs. Yeah, I can imagine actually tonight a lot of prep. So you're going to actually prep for all of December today, or are you just going to prep each night? Richard was saying, let's hope it snows this Christmas. That'd be interesting actually. A
That
lot
would
of
be
snow up
interesting.
north though. Somebody was actually saying as well, I was chatting to a lady from work today, and she drove from Scotland to Leicester, and she said it was heavy snow all the way down there, and that was at the weekend. Hoping my orchid blooms soon. Oh, you've got an orchid, Richard?
My mum's got an orchid on her window.
Ah.
I don't know, because orchids are quite difficult to take
Yeah,
care
no,
of.
good. I was going to say, you still got your flowers up from your birthday. They're
Yeah.
still going strong.
Yeah, the one that Alicia and my brother got me has been the best lasting
Yeah,
ones
that has
compared to the
lost-
other two, and they've been here longer. Oh no, my aunt's one was here longer.
My one didn't make it as long, although 2 of the roses are doing okay. The rest
yeah,
of them
the
pretty
rest
had
of
it.
them are sort of like dying away. But yeah, Alicia's one has lasted the best.
Yeah,
I've got to say they're
Well
still
done.
going strong. And it was so nice because I had like three bunches of flowers for my birthday, so I really like flowers. So yeah, so 3 lovely bunches of flowers.
Although I didn't really think it through. So as we went to Brighton for Kelly's birthday, and I ordered the flowers to come to the hotel, so she had them for her birthday. But of course, it meant carting these things all the way back home.
Which I didn't mind doing, but it was the box that was awkward. I think if we had a bag, you know, them flower bags, it would have been far easier.
Yeah. Right.
That was the only problem. But I went to the shopping centre, but I didn't go into Marx's. But next time I should know, go to Marx's, pick up a flower bag at least, and then I can put the roses in them.
Richard said, Mark and Kelly, hope you're having an awesome Christmas. Oh, thank you.
Thank
Well, we hope
you.
you do too, Richard. I hope we'll see you, or I say see you on the vlogs before Christmas as well. So we've got all December to go.
Hope you join another one of our lives.
Yeah, so definitely. I hope you see us on our lives. Even said your mum's orchid's seen better days. Oh yeah, you would have seen it.
Yeah. Do you know what? Because I only saw the tip of it, so I didn't see the bottom of it, and I just thought, oh yeah. But I don't know because
you're saying your mum doesn't take care of it.
Well, it's not that. Well, I don't know. We're not really green fingered, to be fair. But I thought with orchids, they kind of need warm.
I've no idea.
I'm not sure.
Oh, Richard will know. Richard, how do you keep your orchid? Is there a way to keep it that it should be stored or kept, or is it temperature? Do you have to water them at certain? I know nothing about.
Because she keeps it on the window.
That might be a problem.
And I don't think that you can or should keep orchids near the window, only because it gets cold outside.
Right.
So I think her orchid probably would do better on the kitchen table, I think.
I know nothing about keeping flowers. I know.
Yeah, and I think you're not supposed to water them every day.
I've no idea.
You're only supposed to water them so that the soil is a little bit damp, as far as I'm aware, from what I sort of vaguely remember.
The only tip I remember is years ago, my parents' next door neighbours went away and they put all the plants in the bath, and then filled it up so yay high so it could get water. That this bath full of plants. So Richard said, keep inside in the warmth. I cheated. I got a UV light. Oh, right, okay. So it's almost like a sunbed for plants.
Yeah, because I did think that you shouldn't have them on the window, because she's got hers on the windowsill. And the heating in my mum's house, right? Because I feel that her house is not that warm. I have to say. So, like in my house, I don't feel that it's warm enough. But for my mum, she feels my house is too warm, and I don't feel that it's warm enough. But in her house, I feel like it's very chilly. Not chilly as in, oh my god, I need to wear a jumper all the time. But I wouldn't be able to walk around in like with me. We've always got short sleeves. Well, you've got your hoodie on, but that's because you were in the conservatory.
Yeah, I was in the conservatory working, but
but normally I've got short sleeves on in the house, and sometimes I fool myself when I go outside. Oh, it's not that cold, but really it is. I had a jumper and my fleece on when I went out today.
Okay, so Richard said window is good for air plants. I got one of them. Okay. So I suppose you get the air and the thing come through as well.
I am not green fingered at all.
No.
And if you put anything in my possession plant-wise, it will die.
Yeah. Even said, yeah, your mum's house is chilly.
Yeah, yeah. It is shit. But she doesn't notice that. But she puts on her big fleece and things like that. And I'm like, but even here, when she came here, she had her fleece on. I had a jumper on because it was that day was actually cold when my mum came. I think it was yesterday or the day before. But it was actually cold. But it's rare that I wear a jumper in the house. But you know, when it's colder upstairs
Yeah.
than it is downstairs.
Yeah.
And nowadays I'm having to wear a like long sleeve when I go to bed. Because I do get cold. We've started now with the hot water bottles because I'm not one to be cold.
Oh yeah, so Richard said you'll be easier with a air plant. Just place it in the bathroom. Yeah, I was going to say, so it just gets a circulate. Something really, really easy to look after. Low maintenance. You can just place it somewhere. If you forget to water it, it'll be fine.
Is fine.
Something
Yeah.
like a spider plant or something. You could just or a yucca plant, or anything that you just don't have to water for yonks.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets as dry as anything, and it can still survive. Yeah, that's the kind of plant that Kelly would need.
My friend, when I bought my first flat.
Oh, can I have a sip, please? I've got to say. Just have all water, either or. Thank you. Sorry. I just needed a sip. Go on.
Yeah, of course. Of my drink. You know why? Because he's finished his
I
drink.
finished mine. Otherwise, I would have had mine.
A friend of mine, when I bought my first flat, she bought me this lovely plant. It was lovely. And it lasted for about a year. And then after that, it died.
That doesn't surprise me. Didn't your aunt buy you a plant, which you just left it outside and it was dead when I found it? I thought, how's your plant? I was dead. Got no care. Kelly's maintenance was just to leave it outside and then let nature take its course.
I'm just not one of those types of people, I'm afraid. We planted some flowers in the garden, but Mark's the same. He doesn't weed or anything. He just thinks, oh yeah, as long as you turn the soil over, it's all right. And he's just like, no, you got to weed it.
I think Richard's got the right idea. How about a plastic plant? They're nice out there. You just leave it absolutely no maintenance.
No maintenance whatsoever.
The reason why I would say no to that, Richard, because Kelly would just leave it and it would just gather dust. It'd be caked in dust. And so I just think to myself, no, I'll leave it. We have no plants in here at all. The only plants we have, like I said, is when Kelly gets flowers. That is it.
Yeah. I do like, so every now and again I will buy flowers because I do like to have fresh flowers in the house. So I will buy flowers every now and again.
Even the Christmas tree we've got is fake, so it's
although I do want a live Christmas tree, but Mark doesn't want a live Christmas tree.
I don't want pine needles everywhere, and then
as opposed to all the snow bits that drop off our tree at the moment.
Yeah, so it's got fake snow on our one. But the thing is, with pine needles, they get stuck in the carpet, and I'm the only one that hoovers because somebody doesn't do any hoovering. So to get these pine needles out, it's a nightmare. We've done it before. I thought, I'm not doing this again. And then Kelly Lee's, I know what would happen. She'd leave it right next to the radiator and be mystified. Why this thing couldn't survive being right next to a heater.
First of all, that's the place for the Christmas tree. Unless you want to put it over here.
Oh, and Richard said, or do what I did. I got a bunch of flowers made out of Lego. I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, they do. Isn't there like a cherry blossom tree or something that they do out of Lego? But we did. Do you know what we did? I like the idea of Lego, but Mark and I, we have this thing of cluttering. And so I try,
which you can see around here, even just from these bits of clutter.
Do you know what the thing is? Because when I was younger, and I went to Florida. This was before I met Mark, and I bought so much stuff, and I'd have it all around the house, and blah blah blah. And then Evelyn said, oh, "It's just clutter." So then I stopped. I met Mark. I took him on holiday, and then he went and bought a load of stuff, and I didn't say anything because I know what it's like to be excited to buy different things and stuff like that. So then I just let Mark buy all of this stuff. So, and we see things and we're like, oh, that's so cute, or that's so nice, or blah, blah, blah. And then, we've got a cabinet full of, like mugs and Alice in Wonderland stuff and all of that. And then I like to buy, Marks and Spencer's were doing like these miniatures. And I thought, oh yeah, and I like to have all these miniatures. So I got a basket full of miniatures and things that we're just not going to use. So now I try not to buy things. I try not to. It doesn't quite work. Because then when I got into baking, obviously I had to buy all my tools for baking. And I've actually got a lovely, lovely spode dish to like make a shepherd's pie or some type of pie, maybe a fish pie or something like that. And then you're buying all this stuff and go, where am I going to put it? I've got all my baking stuff around me because there's so much stuff.
Junk.
So much stuff, and like my mum said, we need a bigger house. Which we
well,
do,
no, because Kelly will just fill that with junk. Richard said there's Richard said there's another set year. See my Lego playlist. Oh right, so you got actually a Lego playlist. Ah, that's interesting. Do you know what? I was actually shocked when we went to Friends Fest. You can buy the Lego
coffee shop.
That's it. The Friends coffee shop. I've never seen that before. Richard said try and make a boiled cake, you'll like it. I didn't realize you could boil a cake. Oh, is it similar to like a Christmas pudding when you boil a pudding? Do you mean steam it, or you actually mean physically boil it?
Yeah, I'm not a lover of steamed cakes, I've got to say.
And you like steamed pudding. You like
I like syrup sponge.
Syrup sponge, yeah.
Syrup sponge. But there's a difference between when you go to there's a different texture with steamed.
Even said, yeah, junk tray.
Yeah. There's a difference with steamed cakes than with a sponge cake. Now, when we went to Florida and you go to the UK section, they do a Victoria sponge. Did you remember trying it?
Yes, and that was nice.
Now, that was a steamed sponge, and I think it's only okay. I'm not a lover of steamed or
a Christmas cake is a boiled cake.
Yeah. It's not something. I don't like the texture of it.
It can be quite firm. I don't
claggy.
I do like the steam one though. I must say, like Kelly, I do love a steam sponge. There's something really nice as well, especially if it's got a top to it.
I don't like steam sponge.
No,
I don't like suet sponge or steamed sponge. I can eat it. It's nice, but I find the texture not as good as. I just find it a little bit claggy. Get stuck to your fingers and things like that.
Ray, how are you?
Hey, Ray.
And she goes, oh, hi, both. Congratulations, 500 subs. Well done. Thank you so much. How are you? You well? Do you both have a favourite cake, says Richard? We do. What's your favourite cake?
What do you think?
Oh, Kelly's favourite cake. Oh, I don't know why I'm asking that. It's Black Forest Gatto. Now, me, this is a tricky one for me because I wouldn't normally go for cake. I would go for something like a pudding. So my favourite dessert is eat a mess. But if I were to go for a cake, it would probably be a coffee cake. That would be my favourite cake.
Mark says he doesn't normally go for cake. Yet whatever I have around the house, Mark eats it.
Well, if I'm hungry, I'm going to eat what's in front of me.
Yeah, of course. Yes. It's not normally in front of him.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're good, Ray. All good. Yes, thank you so much for the messages as well. Really appreciate that as well.
Richard, do you have a favourite cake?
Yeah, what's yours?
Does anyone else have a favourite cake?
So back over to you guys. What is your favourite cake? If somebody said to you, famous chef, I will make it anything you want, what would you pick?
Although we did have a famous chef making my cake, and it wasn't.
Well, to be fair,
a Black Forest Gatto.
The famous chef was actually not a chef; it's a pâtissier.
A pâtissier, yeah.
And I ordered Kelly's a Black Forest Gatto, but wasn't quite under point for you.
No, it wasn't a Black Forest Gatto.
Ray said, any cake, I like them all. Any cake, just give me cake. Well, funny enough, do you want to show Ray? Bread pudding. And Christmas rich fruit cake. Now I do like bread and butter pudding or bread pudding. I really do enjoy that. You don't, but I really do enjoy that as well.
But
try it with croissant or brioche.
I was about to say, I don't know if I would like it with croissant, but I think I would like it with brioche.
Yeah, with brioche. So, but with croissant as well. James Martin does a recipe where he substitutes the bread for croissants. and he smears it with apricot jam, and he said that is delicious. It's really, really nice.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the croissant because I think the croissant will be like he says when he doesn't like cake. Yeah. Now you see what I'm dealing with.
Everybody loves the French fancy, says Richard.
I love French fancies, but I only like the chocolate and the lemon.
They can be sickly, but I do like French fancies.
I like French fancies. It would be more prudent to say what cakes that I don't like because I pretty much like all cake. The cakes that I don't like is anything steamed, really. But I can eat steamed cake. I feel like the texture is better from a baked. But I don't like strudel.
Oh, I love strudel.
I don't like strudel. I don't.
Apple strudel is amazing.
Yeah, my mum likes strudel.
Oh, it's lovely.
I'm not a lover of strudel.
Even savoury strudel. I remember I went to a wedding and they did mushroom strudel. That was delicious.
I think mushroom strudel I probably could eat.
Oh, that was
but
really,
not
really good.
but not a dessert strudel. I don't like it.
Apple strudel's delicious.
I like anything crumble except for rhubarb.
Yeah, I don't like rhubarb.
And I like crumble top. Even crumble top cakes are quite nice.
So Evelyn said Victoria's sponge, chocolate, red velvet, which we just had, anything that doesn't have bits in it.
Yeah.
So no nuts, no.
What she doesn't like is, like
raisins.
When I do, so sometimes when I bake a cake, normally I'll put something like something similar to hundreds and thousands or crunchy sugar or anything like that. And Evelyn don't like that. She doesn't like anything that's like, with the crunchy sugar or the crunchy hundreds and thousands or anything like that.
That's like Alicia do that as well when you made the carrot cake. Oh, there's too much going on.
There's too much going on in it. Yeah, it's too busy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't mind the crunchy sugar. I quite like things like hundreds and thousands and crunchy sugar. I just have to bear in mind when I'm making something that Evelyn doesn't like the crunchy sugar or the hundreds and thousands. But sometimes, like, because everyone's got a different, especially when we do a barbecue, I have to try and remember what everyone's dietary requirements are.
Oh, yeah.
Which can be quite difficult because I've got a friend who is vegetarian, but she can't have, even though she's vegetarian, she can't have anything that contains onions. So like onion powder or whatever. Then Evelyn, she doesn't like onions anyway. She doesn't like the texture of onions.
No.
So I've got to remember, right, no onions for them too. Then my nephew has a peanut allergy or has a nut allergy, but it's specific nuts, I think. So then I have to remember, right, don't make anything with groundnut oil, don't So I have to remember that. Then I have to remember if I'm baking cake or something like that, don't put anything crunchy sugar or blah 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 because Evelyn doesn't like it. And then I have my cousin's wife doesn't eat chunks of meat, so she can eat chicken and she can eat bacon, but she can't eat like chunks of beef or chunks of, so if I was doing like lamb or if I was doing steak or anything like that, she can't eat things like that. You yourself, you're pescatarian. And so there are so many things that I have to try. Yeah, I have to try to remember. Right, I can't do this, I can't do that, and blah blah blah. So yeah, it's a job sometimes.
Oh, so Ray says I'm trying a pineapple upside down cake. I haven't done one since at school, so fingers crossed for tomorrow. Kelly made a really nice one, didn't you?
I was going to make one today.
Were you?
I almost made one today for the live, almost. But yeah, my mum really likes the pineapple upside down. Your dad really enjoys the pineapple.
My dad loves pineapple upside down cake. How are you doing it, Ray? So with your base, obviously with the pineapples, and I'm assuming you're using the cherries in the hole of the pineapple rings. Are you using like a butter sugar? Or are you going to use brown sugar? How are you going to, what sticky glaze are you going to put on the top? Or are you going to put a sticky glaze? Or are you just going to go straight into batter?
No, you have to.
For a pineapple maybe Ray's got a special way of doing it.
Maybe.
And are you making one big one or are you making little ramekins? Richard said, Ray, I've not tried that for a long time. Do you know what?
Love pineapple.
When Kelly made it, it was a real nostalgia thing because I just think, oh my God, this is like being back home or back at school. It really is, that sponge with the pineapple, but it's so delicious.
Because I made one for. So basically, we were going to Bath, and your parents were going to join us.
Yeah.
Were joining us, and so I said to Mum, "Oh, do you know what? Because I'm always baking cakes, and I never get to bake cakes for his mum and dad." So I said, "Do you know what? I'm going to bake a cake." And my mum's going, "Yeah, bring it, and then we can all have some." And I thought, well, no, this is for his mum and dad. So I thought, do you know what? Let me make two. So I baked two pineapple upside down cakes, one for us and then one for your mum and dad, which your dad really enjoyed. And then I made, when I went to, my mum was having a dinner party or something, and I had to bake cakes for that. But sometimes I'll bake a cake and my mum really will love that specific cake that I've baked. And then if I bake any other cake, she will be disappointed because I didn't make the cake that is her favorite at the time. So when I started making lemon and white chocolate cake, um, she loved that one. But if I was making any other cakes, she would be upset that I didn't include the lemon and white chocolate cake. Then I started baking the cherry almond cake. Then that became her favorite, and then she was getting upset if I baked any other cakes other than the cherry and almond cake. Then I baked there was another cake that I did, which she preferred over. I don't know if it was the pineapple upside down cake or maybe it was another
No,
cake.
her favourite one's that cherry one you did. Cherry
That's
and
the
almond. Yeah.
cherry and almond. No, there's another one that she likes now more than that one. I can't remember which one
Is
it is
it?
now. Yeah. And then she'll get upset. But that's my mum. She'll get upset like
Oh yeah.
if she's got her favourite and then I haven't made that favourite one. She'll then get upset that I haven't made that favourite one.
So Ray said uses tin pineapple with glazed cherries. Back to the 80s, yeah, definitely with the glaze. Ray said no, me, and again Ray said me neither. Richard, Richard said Ray, I'm thinking of giving it a try. Do it, Richard. Honestly, it really takes you back old school. Also, have it with custard if you can. Do it with custard. That is the ultimate.
I don't.
You
have it
don't
with custard.
carry on going. Don't like custard. Don't like trifle. Don't like jelly.
I do like custard, but I don't like thick custard.
Oh, the M&S one you like? Then.
Yeah, I don't mind the M&S one. I'm not really. Do you know what? I rather I like the sauce anglaise, which is custard, by another name, by French name. But when I say sauce anglaise, I mean the pâtissier custard.
Oh, so slightly thinner.
Yeah, I like the thin custard.
Oh, Richard said, oh my God, I still got the school recipe. Oh, you've got to use it. Oh, I did chocolate concrete and custard yesterday. What's chocolate concrete?
Never heard of it.
How do you make chocolate concrete?
You know, my favourite was the caramel tart.
Yeah, you love the caramel
tart. love the caramel tart. Yeah, that's my thing, caramel tart.
The other day, Richard said he found 146 school recipes. Are these recipes you've kept, or is this just something you found
on a website?
On a website or something. It'd be good if it's stuff you kept, because that's really nice to have that nostalgia. Recipes you take with you. I
really liked, and a lot of people think I'm crazy, but in my school they did chocolate cake with mint custard, and I loved. Whenever they did chocolate and mint custard, I'd be like, oh my God, that is just
I'm not a big fan of mint. Do you know what it is? Because it's in toothpaste. Everything with mint just reminds me of toothpaste.
Your toothpaste. No, I love it. I love mint and chocolate. I like orange and chocolate.
So Richard said, yeah, your own from your school, and you've kept it all these years. Oh yeah, you've got to do a school reunion. That makes such good videos. If you trying your sort of school dinners, I'd love to see that. Anyway, sorry, you said.
No. Do you know we in school economics, as it was known back then. I don't know what it's called. Home economics. I don't know what home economics.
I was in the same year as you.
Yeah. Well, no, you're a year above. I don't know what they call that, but they don't call it home economics anymore. They call it something else. But I only ever remember making a fruit salad, which I got quite high score for. And the only other thing that I remember making, which I failed, was shepherd's pie. So it only ended up being boiled potatoes and savoury mince.
I think I did one year. I did a curry, and my mum took it back and she goes, "Oh, this is lovely. We'll do it." And she basically added loads of stuff to it, which is why it tasted better. But so it wasn't my original recipe. I added loads of stuff to it.
Yeah, I was never really one for. I find that when you do prep, that's what takes the longest. But once you've prepped everything, you can then just chuck, 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 rather than weigh. Because as we went along in school, it was all weigh this out and then put it in, weigh that and put it in.
So Ray said I got a high score on beef cobbler.
Beef cobbler.
Beef cobbler. I've not heard of that.
Never
before.
heard of beef
I
cobbler.
heard of peach cobbler, but never beef cobbler.
I love peach cobbler.
Oh, Kelly loves a peach. When we went to Vegas and we went to the Wicked Spoon buffet, which is in the Cosmopolitan Hotel, I've got to say that peach cobbler was absolutely amazing. That's the best peach cobbler I've had.
But they also had that that chocolate torte dessert.
Oh, I don't remember.
Which had like a spoon or a fork on it. I think it was a spoon because obviously it's Wicked Spoon. That was delicious. You loved the ice cream that they had.
Oh yeah, the ice cream station was amazing. I went back about 3 times just for the ice cream station.
Yeah, I mean, there were some places that we tried in Vegas that were really the only one that I didn't get to try, which is I didn't realize you needed to book months in advance. So the next time I know, I will book in advance before we go, and we're going to do that. But we tried quite a few buffets, didn't we?
We did. I'm still intrigued by Ray's beef cobbler. I've never heard of
beef cobbler.
Is this a northern thing? Because I've never heard of beef cobbler.
I'm just trying to think. Is it beef with blobs of?
Here you go. It's mince, apparently, with a mix of vegetables, small veg like peas, sweet corn, with a pastry top. So, is it like a hot pot? I remember Richard said, I remember telling my history teacher I'm going to be a tour guide, but I guess I am in my vlogs. But you know what? I loved you. I've got to say, I really did enjoy your tour guide up and down. And it was like a tour guide up and down Oxford Street. That one I watched yesterday, I thought it was really, really good. I am going to watch a few more of yours. I do want to check out your Lego videos and look at those ones as well. But yeah, I think you definitely are. I think you could definitely do that. That would be a good profession for you as well, having virtual tour guides.
Yeah. When I was younger, I wanted to be, or my parents suggested to me, tour operator because I like to travel.
And
so that was, yeah. You want to talk? The cheek of it.
I know, I do. Ray said hot pot is potato top. Oh, cobbler is pastry. Right, thank you, Ray.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Guys, you've got 9 subs. Read it out, even the 0. 9.0.
I don't know what that means.
Oh no, 9 million she's putting. I wish we had 9 million. Actually, it's more than a million. Actually, that's in the trillion.
Yeah,
and I wish we had those number of subs, but we are well happy to have our 500.
Yeah, and hopefully climbing.
Yes,
ever climbing. Hopefully, but yeah, a lot of people didn't like school dinners, but I quite enjoyed them.
Do you know what? It really depends on the school.
Yeah.
My school dinners were very hit and miss. Some were nice, but some were absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
And ours were done very much on the cheap. I don't know about everybody else, but it was very mass-produced stuff.
Yeah, it would have been back in the day, but I enjoyed Fridays because it'd be fish and chips.
Oh, our fish and chips was terrible. The batter, when you took the batter off, it was still raw underneath.
Oh no! No, we had like proper fish and chips, and I always used to love Fridays. I went to Catholic school, and Fridays would be fish and chips, and on some of the days, as we got into the juniors and stuff like that, you'd get orange juice instead of just plain old water. And yeah, I absolutely love that. But if you were last in, when I got into secondary school, they would call year by year. But when you were in primary school, you just queued up to go to lunch. But if you were too busy playing and you were one of the last ones, it would ultimately be cheese flan, right? And that would be the only thing that was left. And I don't understand why they keep making these cheese flans, because they were the only things that were left. Nobody wants cheese flan. Nobody.
Oh, Ray said not many schools cook on site now. I didn't know that. I thought they did.
Oh, really?
What do they do? Import it in?
That's interesting.
Yeah. I did watch actually. I don't know if anybody saw it. Heston Blumenthal did a show where he recreated school dinners, but obviously he put his twist on them. So of course they're high end stuff.
It'd be just the smell normally.
Well, he did things like spam fritters. I forget the rest of the things he did, but at the end he did serve old school sweets, which he created himself.
Whenever I see Heston Blumenthal, it's all the smell. Oh yeah, just pop the lid or pop the bubble, and it's just the smell of what. No, I want to eat it.
It's the theatre.
I don't want to see the smell of it. I don't want to smell it. I want to eat it. Do you know what I mean?
I had no idea though. Yeah, same as in hospital, food brought in and reheated. Oh god.
Oh wow. Do you know what? Because when we were in school, or when I was in school anyway, it was all sort of. I don't know if they did cook on site or whatever. I've got to be honest. I don't know if they just reheated stuff or whatever. But once the Jamie Oliver thing came in, I thought it was a really good thing in the sense that he was trying to get children, because obviously he thought about his own children going to school and eating, and he wanted them to be really into vegetables and greens and just changing your thought process about, because when I went into secondary school it was all burgers, hot dogs and all of that type of stuff, things that kids like to eat. Do you know what I mean? Burgers and hot dogs, things that my mum never cooked burgers or hot dogs at home. She never did that. There was frozen burgers in the freezer, and if I wanted to cook them, I can just bung them under the grill or whatever. But I don't ever remember her as a meal making. She always cooked from scratch. So she never put burgers and hot dogs and things like that. They weren't things that I would have at home. So the place that you would go to and have those things like chips, like it was rare that my mum would do chips. She would do them, but it was rare. My granddad made chips all the time for me because he knew I loved chips. So he would always do pork chop and chips for me. That was the meal that my granddad would cook for me. And my granddad's chips were on point.
Oh, it's £12 a week for school dinners. Well, that shows how cheap that is. £12 a week is very, very cheap for school dinners, considering, you know, if you went, you wouldn't even get one meal in a restaurant for that. So you would, that shows how cheap that is. Although it is subsidized, I suppose.
Yeah, it's subsidized. But I think even like now to cook a meal at home, like a lot of people think, oh yeah, it's cheap to cook at home and stuff like that. But by the time you prepped all your stuff and it's like it can be expensive, you know. Our shopping
I know
is expensive.
Blimey, like a week's shop is just, I won't say how much we spend, but it's a lot.
We spent a lot of money, and you know, Mark's diet is broccoli, leeks, and
nothing that fancy.
Yeah, broccoli, leeks, tomatoes. I get onions, you know, and things like that. So it's nothing, but I mean, by the time you add all the ingredients together, sometimes it's more than £12, you know.
Ray said we had a takeout about once a month, and that was probably a chippy and chocolate at Christmas when I was a child. Yeah, we never did takeaway. That's why I eat chocolate till I'm sick. Well, why not, Ray? Why not?
When I started working, and I started working when I was about 17, 18, I used to buy us takeaway on Fridays. So when I was home, I used to on Fridays when I came home, I would then say, let's get a takeaway, and I would buy takeaway. It'd be Chinese or chips or KFC or something like that.
Well, Richard said he's cut back on his coffee. I'm the complete opposite, Richard. I've massively upped my intake. I'm having it a lot, but that's my only vice really now these days, especially while we're here.
Mark tried to tell me at work he only has 4 coffees a day. I'm like,
no, I don't have that many, but so I would probably have, today I've had 3. So this one, and I had 2 this morning. Ray said my shopping bill is expensive. Yes, ours is. And I've noticed how much the prices have hiked, especially.
Yeah.
Massively so. So you don't get much for your buck anymore.
There's not that many offers.
No.
To be fair, because we're at home a lot more, so it stands to reason that our shopping bill would be more expensive. But at one point I was cooking 3 times a day. Then I cut down to twice a day. Then I cut down to once a day, and now it's like sporadic when I think, oh, do you know what, today I'm going to cook something or whatever. But when I was cooking, it was like I was cooking for a family of 6 or something. It's crazy. And then I said, no, I'm not going to cook that much anymore. But yeah, Mark's, the way that cook and stuff like that, Mark's appetite has gotten, like, you don't eat nowhere near as much as you used to, right?
No, not at all. Ray said petrol's gone up, and I'm always paying gas and electric at the moment. Yo, are you on a key? Because I think that works out really expensive. We used to be on a key, and we converted because it is so expensive. Oh God, that's like it run out in days.
Yeah.
Rich just said, check out the YouTube hack, save you a lot of dosh. Oh, okay.
What's the YouTube hack?
What's a YouTube hack?
Never heard of it.
I'm assuming that's a YouTube logo.
Yeah, that is a YouTube logo.
All right, well, I'll have a little Google. Well, I say Google, a little look on YouTube and check that out.
But yeah, food is crazy. It's crazy. We spend more than double now of what we did.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
Of what we did when we were both at work. But to be fair, I would buy breakfast and lunch every day at work. Now but even though we've cut down our food at home, like what we eat, we still spend a lot.
Yeah, we do spend a lot. And we are terrible. We buy a lot of takeaways.
Yeah.
Because somebody can't be bothered to cook when. So she goes, I'm ordering in. I
But
think
do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? Someone's very fussy. Oh, I don't want to eat rice. Oh, I don't want to eat pasta. Oh, I don't want to eat potatoes. I don't want to eat anything with
Richard
sauce.
sent us a link. Thank you, Richard.
Oh, I'll take a look at that.
Yeah, we will have a little look. We will check that out.
Yeah.
Ray said the first lockdown we were having a small Easter egg every day, all day snacking. Oh, but that's the whole point of lockdown. You've got to have some fun. You can't go out anywhere.
I'm very much, if we order takeout, of which we do a lot, we tend to order stuff from restaurants that cook from fresh, if that makes sense. So it's rare that I will get McDonald's. It's rare that I get KFC.
But Kelly will order for 6 days.
Yes, that also is true. So I do order, not for 6 days though, but it will do me for a few meals. Whereas Mark will order enough for 6 days, but eat it in one go.
No, I don't do that. I was like, Kelly order stuff like these piles. I said, what's all this food? And
please,
please.
Let me tell you, this is the thing. So I will cook. Let's say we'll
She's upset me now. I'm gonna have to have some cake to calm down.
Right. Okay, so let's say we do a roast, yeah? Now, when Mark and I cook a roast, it takes about 3 hours by the time you prep and cook.
Oh, sorry, Ray said is that she orders lots of stuff. Would you order enough? So when you order a takeout, would you do the same, Ray? Would you order stuff for several days, or do you just order for the day, the one meal you're eating?
But also you have to remember my appetite is small.
Yeah, but you still order a lot of stuff. You can't even fool yourself.
When you can't order one thing of Chinese, can you? That just doesn't make any sense. Oh yeah, I'm getting Chinese. Oh, I'll just have a fried rice. That's nuts. You're talking crazy, man. You're talking crazy.
You won't go into a Chinese restaurant and order about 4 days worth of food. Oh, can you box the rest up, please?
No, do not get it twisted. I don't order 4 days worth of food. When you go to Chinese, same as when you go to Indian, you order a few things. Now, I can't eat a few things in the one day, so it may last me a couple of days. Mark will order a few things. But what Mark will do is he'll eat it in one sitting.
Yeah, I do eat in one sitting.
I can't. If we went to all you can eat restaurant, Mark is gonna. But I will eat. I won't eat to stuff myself. But Mark will eat, and then he'll go back out and
the whole point going to a buffet is that you can just sample the lot, but also enjoy that. Or I have a starter for 2 because I like variety. That's just like Kelly.
Thank you.
Kelly does like variety.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah. No, that's how I am. I like to. Do you know what it is? I don't enjoy buffets.
No, the quality in a buffet does
it for me, I don't really enjoy it, but you like the quantity, don't you? And so you'll eat.
Richard said, how much chocolate is too much?
There is no such thing as too much chocolate. It doesn't exist.
I think if you're about to vomit, that probably is too much.
Yeah, but are you ever really gonna? You wouldn't eat enough to make you vomit, though, right? You'd stop by that point.
Well, even said the same thing. Yeah, I need different dishes from the Chinese.
Yeah,
I do get that. It's nice to have that variety because if you just have the one dish, then it's never too much. Says Ray.
Exactly. It'd be crazy if you go to a Chinese and you just order rice. What is the point? There's no point. The whole point of Chinese, to my mind, and it's the same with Indian. You have a few dishes, so you have your rice, you have your side to go with your rice. You might order a couple of sides, and then you have to have your starters. You don't want one star, you want a few starters, because
Yeah.
that's the point of thingy of my mouth is even watering. That's the point of, you know, just like. But unfortunately for me, or fortunately for me, in some cases, I can't eat a lot.
Richard said, I'll find out later. I'm just starting now. Well, you've got a huge tin to get through, an absolute massive tin of Quality Street to get through.
And to pick only your favourites, that's just the best.
Yeah, so Richard did go to Oxford Street, and he did go to John Lewis.
John Lewis.
Where the one in Oxford Street does do your own pick and mix thing. Ray said, my hubby has chopped suey and he wasn't a fan. Okay. So you've converted.
I don't know about chop suey, but do you know what? And a lot of people think I'm crazy. I had a girls' night in, and what I do is I invite a bunch of my friends round, and we play games. And then while we're playing games, we also order food. And what I did, I ordered omelette, roast pork omelette, and chips, right? And Alicia and Suzette thought I was crazy because I'd ordered. But you know what? I really love roast pork omelette chips. That's not my usual order, though. Usually I'll order, you know, roast pork Hong Kong style, crispy chili beef, you know, roast pork fried rice, some prawn crackers, then a mixed hors d'oeuvres, and you know what do you call it, crispy aromatic duck, right? And sometimes I'll switch. Sometimes I won't have rice. Sometimes I'll have noodles, so roast pork noodles or something like that. But those are the general things, because you need several dishes. You can't have one dish. That's just crazy. But Mark tends to order a dish and a side. Considering his appetite is bigger than mine, he will have a dish and a side and maybe a starter, depending. And then once he's finished his, he then, if the things that I've ordered is fish or non-meat, that's when he'll decide to eat mine, because he hasn't ordered enough for himself. And then he'll eat mine.
Anyway, guys, on that note, we've been going for 2 hours on our special 500th edition live. Aurora said, I need to buy tins of sweets for Christmas, but I'll eat them. So the later I leave it, the better. Do you know what? That's so true.
They're doing 2 tins for £7 in Tesco.
Oh, there you go. 2 tins for £7.
For Roses, Quality Street, all of that.
So you should get 4. 2 for yourself and 2 for guests.
And it'll only cost you 14 quid.
There you go. So, guys, we've had a fantastic live. Thank you so much for joining us for our celebration for our 500 subs. And we could, as we always say, we could never, ever, ever do it without your support. So we are so, so grateful and so, so thankful for your help.
Yeah.
Really do appreciate it. Our next live will be our usual time, 6 p.m. UK time on Friday. So we will hope you can join us. As always, we really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed today's chat. Thank you so much. Bye both. Enjoy your evening. Yes, you too.
Yes, you too.
Thank you so much for everybody who joined today. We hope to see you on Friday. As always, look after yourselves. Take care. And remember, you're never too old to have fun. Thank you, Richard. I will check out your videos. Do get to watch Richard's videos if you get a chance. Richard's Adventures on YouTube. We will see you in the next live. Bye for now.
Bye for now.